guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shar and I am a real estate agent, and if you clicked on this video then you probably saw the title and was intrigued about becoming a real estate agent. So if you are, let's continue watching. But before we continue watching, go ahead and like this video, comment under this video any questions you may have, and I'll try my best to get back to you, as well as subscribe to your girl's channel for more of these type of content that we're going to be rolling out on this channel. As well as go ahead and go in the description box and follow your girl on social media so we can stay connected. And without no further ado, let's jump right into this video. Okay, so you want to become a real estate agent. You do not know where to begin. You do not know what to do. So the first thing that you need to do is, if you want to become a real estate agent, you need to go ahead and go into your state and your whatever state you are in, look up the requirements, and go ahead and find a school that is near you. Now, depending on your type of lifestyle, only you know your lifestyle, I don't. You need to figure out whether you want to do this online, in person, or completely solo, where you just pay for the course, you get everything sent to you, and you just do it at your own pace. That's totally up to you. My preference was to do it with a class, that way I can interact with other people. I did my class via Zoom. And New Jersey just started rolling out. I am in New Jersey. They just started rolling out Zoom. Before it was just in person, but because of COVID they started doing Zoom sessions, and now they kept that. And so now you can earn your real estate license solo, where you just take the course yourself and then go ahead and take the test. You can now do that as well in New Jersey if you are in New Jersey. But other states like Florida, I did it by myself in Florida. I didn't really like it due to the simple fact that it was just, I don't know, I didn't have anyone to hold me accountable, which was hard for me, and it made me take longer to take the course and finish the course versus doing it live with like an instructor and other students that are in the class. It made me, I held myself accountable, because you have to take a certain amount of hours in order for you to have that certification of completion, for you to take your PSI. We'll get into that a little bit later. So now that you decide where you're going to go, now that you know what school you're gonna go to, and you know everything like that. Now if you're in New Jersey, I did go to Signature Realty. The course was $99. I am going to insert a little clip of right here, that way if you are in New Jersey and you inquire about becoming a real estate agent, you can also go to this school here. I paid my $99. Now keep in mind, the $99 was just for the course. I was doing the course in the morning. I believe the class was from like 9 to 2. I could be mistaken. And you do have to purchase your book. I purchased the book. They give you the link. Once you sign up, they send you the link so you can order your book prior to the class starting. And the book was about $45, I believe. And it was the 17th edition, because I took the course last year in 2023 in September. So I was in the 17th edition. Now in the book, it's a book that gets sent to you that you can use. It's online, and you can highlight, you can add notes. And so it's very interactive, and I really liked it. But you pay $55, so it was $99 for the course and $55 for the book so far. Now once you're done taking the course, every single class, like every single school that you may go to for real estate, is going to have you take a end of the course test that you have to pass in order for them to send you that certification for you to go and take your PSI. Now your PSI is the exam that you have to take in order for you to become a real estate agent. And so once you take the course test and you pass that, once you receive that certification, you can then some schools, they send the PSI a letter stating that, hey, she can take her PSI now. She passed the course. She passed, you know, she did the course and she passed the test. So obviously the Signature Realty school that I went to, they did that. The broker ended up sending a letter to the, you know, the PSI place, basically stating like, hey, I took the course, I showed up, you know, for my classes, and I passed the, you know, the course test, and I'm ready to take my PSI. So all now I had to do on my part was basically go on the PSI website and sign up for the test, and sign up to take the test. And you can take the test either on Proctor, meaning like in your home in front of a computer, or you can take it live. I took it both ways, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what each have to offer and what you have to prepare yourself for. Let's jump into what I did to prepare myself to take the test. So to prepare for the test, I ended up going to Prep Agent. This is not sponsored. I'm just mentioning them because it was them that helped me pass my test, to be quite honest with you. I went on Prep Agent. Now there is 3 different courses. You can pay for a month, you can pay for 3 months, and you can pay for 12 months. I ended up paying for the 12-month one because I didn't want to rush and take the test, because every time you take the test you pay. Depending on where you are, I'm not sure how much it was for different states. I'm not sure if it matters, if it changes, but you pay a price to take the test. So I don't want to keep, even though it's not a hefty price, I don't want to keep paying every time to take a test. I want to take the test at least a minimum of 1 time and pass it. That way I know I'm going to spend that money 1 time. But I did use Prep Agent. Now, one of the biggest things that I will tell you that you need to do when it comes to studying for the test, you're going to need some flashcards. Go ahead and go to Staples, get you a stack of flashcards. And on Prep Agent, there is vocab words. You're going to go on Prep Agent, get those vocab words, and then sit down, take the time. Your hands are gonna hurt like hell. Or you can even do it on Canva, where you can type it out and print it and go to, you know, Staples and get it printed out and cut them out, whichever works for you. I ended up writing them out. I basically wrote the word in the front, in the back I wrote the definition, highlighting keywords that will help me remember what what goes with that word, right? And there was over 200 vocab words. I wrote all of them down. It took me about 2 days to write everything down because my hands started hurting. And once I got that done, I basically woke up every day. I'll take 10 out of those stacks, take 10 and then study them throughout the day. Meaning I'll go to the gym and I'm studying. I'm studying the words. I'm driving, I'm studying the words. I'm cooking, I'm studying the words. Whatever I'm doing throughout my day, I was studying the words, so that way I know the meaning of that word like the back of my hands, right? So once we have that secured, the next day I would wake up, I would know those words like the back of my hand before I'll pick out my next 10. And I did that up until I finished the entire 200. Once I finished that entire 200, I then started to interact with the Prep Agent with the quizzes and the tests that they had on Prep Agent. Unfortunately, I do not have access to my Prep Agent anymore, but once you go on Prep Agent, that main page is basically going to be where they give you the vocab words, and then you're gonna have at least a couple of sections depending on what state you're in. They have sections for that. They have contracts, it's different sections, and you basically have to get an 85 or higher in order for you to move on. And that's what I did. I took the test over and over again until I got an 85. Now, keep in mind, every time you take the test, they change. They're not giving you the same questions over and over again, hoping that, you like study the questions that's gonna come next. When every time I took it, they changed the questions around, they changed the wording, they changed everything. That way you're basically forced to know the material, which I really enjoyed. So once I finished all of the little quizzes that Prep Agent offered, there is one big test that is like a mock-up PSI test that has I believe it was like over 100 questions. And it had over 100 questions. And once you took it, depending on your grade, depending on my grade is how I determined whether I was ready for the PSI. And once I got a good enough grade and I felt confident enough, I then signed up for the test. Now, the first time I took the test, I took it via Proctor. So a little bit about taking it Proctor. I did not know anything about taking a test on Proctor. If you do, more power to you. I didn't know anything. All I known was that you have to be in a room that is quiet. You can't have anybody in the room. That's all that I got from like asking people, but it was more to it than that. So when you're taking your test, if you're gonna take it via Proctor because you have no choice, I will say try being in a room that has nothing. So like this room right here will be way too much to in my opinion. There's too much things in this room that will get you like dinged off in a way. So you need to be in a room. I was in a hotel room, and the hotel room that I was in, there was a desk area. So I sat at the desk area, and she has me scan the room 360. She has me have my laptop under the desk, make sure nothing's under the desk, make sure nothing's on the desk, and you can't have water. So I had a bottle of water on the table. She made me take that. I don't know if it was a she or a he, but I keep saying she. I apologize. But they made me take it off the table. I had gum, like I had like little gum, you know, on the side because I took my test at like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was tired because I woke up 2 hours prior to just refresh my memory. So I wanted to make sure like I stayed awake by chewing something, and they made me take the gum away. You're allowed to have 2 sheets of paper and a pen or a pencil. And so I had that on the table, and she made sure I showed there was nothing on there. The amortization table that you're supposed to get, they have it on the test, so they don't allow you to have it on your desk. And you're not allowed to get up at all. For the 240 minutes that you have to take that test, you're not allowed to get up. So keep that in mind. And then I did not know I was not allowed to chew gum. So during my test, I was chewing gum, and out of nowhere, they were like, they paused the test because I couldn't click on anything. And then they asked a question where they were like, are you chewing something? And I said, yes, I'm chewing gum. They dinged me for that. And they were like, if you get one more ding, we're going to have to disqualify your test. And keep in mind, you can't have no noise around you. So I can't control what's going on outside of the hotel room. So at one point, when people started coming, because I started my test at like 6, so the staff started coming in, and people were talking. People were going to breakfast, and they were talking really loud, and I could hear them. And let me tell you, my heart was pumping out of my chest because I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to ding me. I'm going to get disqualified for taking this test right now. But I didn't. I was freaking out for no reason. And you're not allowed to get up to go use the restroom. So what ended up happening is 30 minutes into taking the test, I had to pee. I had to wait until I was done to go use the restroom. So just keep those little things in mind if you're gonna take it via proctor. Now I did as well take it in person. So I went to the nearest test location near me was in Staten Island. I went and took it there, and it was very smooth sailing. I was able to bring my bottle of water. They provided me with candy. I was able to like chew some gum, eat some candy, and I felt more relaxed. And then I was able to get up and go to the restroom. The only thing is your timer is still going off even if you get up to go use the restroom. So just keep that in mind. So those are the only difference between taking it. I recommend taking it in person because it was just way less stressful in my opinion. So now we took the test, we passed the test, right? Now what? In the state of New Jersey, you need a 77 or higher. So once you pass the test, unfortunately, they don't give you your score. They just basically, when you're done taking the test and you submit it, it tells you right away whether you pass or fail. So when that passed come up to the screen, you get excited, you go out, they provide you with a sheet of paper with it basically said you passed without your score, but it also said what the next steps are that you need to go do. So the next step for me was to get my fingerprints done, and to also find a broker, like to find a brokerage to work at, right? So I had to start interviewing some brokerages. Now keep in mind, I did not know that you could do your fingerprints while you were taking the class. I thought you had to do it after because that's what I was told. But it's not. You can if you're someone that wants to become a real estate agent and you already have clients lined up and you just want to like get things running, you can go ahead and do your fingerprints before. But unfortunately for me, I did it after. So, but it was no big deal. And it just takes a while. It takes about a week. It took me about a week. So right after you are, you're now interviewing. Now you're in the process of interviewing brokerages. Now keep in mind, you're interviewing them. They're not interviewing you. So what I did was I basically went on YouTube and I researched questions to ask brokerages. I researched it on... I even have, if you have ChatGPT on your phone, which you should, I just basically type questions to ask a broker when you're interviewing, and it gives you like a list of questions. I wrote them down and I went on my interview process. Now, I did not know like which one was the best. I didn't know who to go to. I just basically picked some brokerages around me and I just started calling to place, interview them. So I ended up joining that brokerage, and it was EXP. She was already there, so I ended up joining that brokerage, and we basically I wanted her to be my mentor because I knew her and I knew her hustle, and I aligned with, when I spoke with her and I told her what my vision was when it came to real estate. And that's another thing. Have a vision of what you want to do. Do you want to be a retail agent where you're working with buyers and sellers only? Do you want to be working with investors? Do you want to do commercial? Do you want to work with investors? Do you want to do fix and flips? All of those inner works. Know exactly what you want to do and just go in there and apply yourself to doing that without wasting any time. Because if you know for a fact, like, oh, I want to work with investors, don't go wasting your time. And I'm not saying I don't want to say it's a waste of time to do retail, but don't apply so much of your time and your knowledge in retail if you know in the back of your head, like, I only want to work with investors. So you need to apply yourself and find number one, you need to find a brokerage that is investor friendly, and you need to find a brokerage that offers a lot of knowledge and aid to help get you to where you need to be when it comes to working with these investors and working with the type of clientele that you want to work with. Find a brokerage that specializes in that field, in that niche. That way you are not wasting your time, because time is something that you can never get back. Unfortunately, after, picking, since she was already at EXP and I picked EXP, the one thing that really attracted me to EXP is the fact that it's global, meaning like anywhere you go, there's an EXP. I'm talking like, I already took the course for Florida, so all I have to do is take my test. So I'm also going to want to be an agent in Florida as well as New Jersey. And I wanted to make sure that I found a brokerage that is also in Florida as well as New Jersey. And the thing about EXP is it's global, so they're literally everywhere. And the other thing is EXP is completely virtual. If you need an office, they did provide office space at Regis in New Jersey, but it's completely virtual. Everything is virtual. So after being there, and I signed up with EXP and I believe it was like November 15th. I passed my test on November 8th. I believe I got it in November 15th. I was already in EXP, and everything was great. I was in the one thing that you have to understand when becoming an agent, let's be honest here. Here's what they don't tell you when you're taking this course. They don't tell you the amount of fees. The fees are crazy. They don't tell you the amount of fees that you're going to be paying for. They don't tell you all the things that you're going to be paying for. They don't tell you all the inner works. You're just like, la, 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 I'm about to be an agent. And it's like, la, 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 you got money. Do you put money aside? So to become an agent, put at least a minimum of $2,000 aside. I'm going to tell you why. So upon basically signing up with the brokerage, they send you like a package, like a orientation package. And the one thing I love about EXP is it's very organized. Like they send you the package from the broker of record, your manager, that's going to basically send you step by step of what you need to do, and which I enjoyed. So the first thing is you need to join an MLS. You need to join a Realtor board and an MLS. Now, because I passed my test in November, there was only December left, and you have to pay for the rest of November. And like I said, by the time I joined with them, I was about 15 days. November has 30 days. There was 15 days left. So that means I'll have to pay the Realtor board for the 15 days of November and then December, and then start paying, and then pay again in January for the whole year. So when I was calling around to see, they send you a package like that has all the Realtor boards and all the MLSs with the pricing and everything. Like I said, it was very organized. I was looking at the prices, and they'll basically show you the prorated prices, where it's like, if you join in November, this is how much you're paying. If you join in January, this is how much you're paying. So I called around, and I called at least 3. And the 3 that I called was like, if I were you, I would wait until January, because right now, think about it. You're going to pay $100 for this month right now for 15 days. You're going to pay another $100 and something for December. Then you're going to have to pay $600 for January, when you could have just paid $600 in January and avoid the other fees. And I was like, okay, so do you recommend that I just wait? They were like, if you don't have any clients in the pipeline right now, so you can make that money back, I would say just wait. So I ended up waiting. to pay for the MLS as well as the board. I ended up waiting, but while I was waiting, I was doing all of my trainings because EXP has like a whole package again of everything you need to do. So I was basically waiting for I was doing all my trainings. While I was joining every single time they had a meeting, I was joining the meeting so I can learn. I was hopping, they have the EXP World, which is like a app that you create your avatar and you can interact with other people and all those little works. And I was basically doing all of that while waiting for the month to go, you know, for these times to go. Also, you have to do your headshots. So not only do you have to pay for you have to pay for the MLS, you have to pay for the Realtor board. Keep in mind, the Realtor board can range from 500 to 800. And that's for the whole year. The MLS can range from like $87 to $220, $230, depending on which one you are joining. Again, I am in New Jersey. I'm giving you those prices. So you need to set aside a good $1,000 to $1,200 just for your Realtor boards and your MLS, to activate your MLS. And depending on how many MLS you want to join, depending on what area you want to pick out to work on. So if you are in New Jersey and you want to be in Union and you want to be in Essex County, each MLS basically covers a different county, right? So you want to join the MLS that's going to be in the county that you want to work on. So obviously you're going to have to join multiple MLSs. Right now I currently have 3. And for the 3, I paid none for one because it came with the board, and then I paid $157 and then $200 for another one. Okay, so keep those prices in mind. And then there was your headshots, because you're gonna need to get some business cards, you're gonna need to get some signs, you're gonna need to get all these inner works, all these things. So guess what? You're gonna need to basically you're gonna need some headshots. And in New Jersey, these people were pricing crazy. Like, I'm talking, for headshots I was gonna get 3 photos back for, and they were charging me like $600. I didn't do that. I was gonna go to Florida anyways to be with my family, so I ended up hitting up my old photographer. If you are ever in Florida, he also travels. His name is Goodly. His company is Goodly Productions. I will try to link it down below, link his Instagram. If you're ever in Florida or wherever you are and you want him to travel to you, let me tell you, the pictures came out superb. And I got some good quality photos. You need those photos because you're gonna need to use those photos to put on your listings when you're doing your marketing, because you're gonna need to do a lot of marketing on social media. Social media is gonna be your business card. Social media is going to be your best friend. So if you do not have social media and you want to become a real estate agent, you're going to need to get some. Like, I'm talking, you need to get Facebook, Instagram, you need to get the TikTok. You don't really need TikTok, but you should get it. And so those 3 right here are gonna be like your top ones that you're going to aggressively use to put yourself out there. So once now you have your headshots done, right? Now we go into different brokerages. Depending on what brokerage you join, you pay a desk fee. At EXP, I was paying a desk fee of $85 a month. And that's just for everything they provide. And one thing about EXP is they did provide a lot. Like, they provide the CRM system that was for free, that came with you being an agent there. So there was a lot that came with that $85. So that, when you really look at it from a perspective of if you were paying these things by yourself, $85 is nothing, to be honest with you. But different brokerages charge a different desk fee. You have to ask that kind of question when you are interviewing them. And once that, so that's another price that you have to add. You have to add the $85 a month. If you do join EXP, you're gonna have to add that, depending on your split as well. Different brokerages provide different splits, so you got to ask that kind of question so you are aware of what you're going to be paying when you do when it comes to your commission, right? Now, when it comes to getting your signs done, you know, I still have not gotten my signs done because let me tell you, them prices are ridiculous. $500. Um, guys, it's kind of expensive, you know, to get them things done. Now you can do a lot of your marketing yourself. If I were you, I would download Canva and I would pay the pro version. I believe it's $15 a month, and you can do a lot of your marketing yourself on Canva, meaning like your business card, you can get good quality business card on Canva. You can create a QR code on Canva. You can create your own website on Canva. Depending on what brokerage you join, some brokerages offer a website. When I was at EXP, they offered me a website that they create for you and everything, and all you gotta do is basically provide that website to people so that way they know that you're legit and you're not trying to scam them, which is very good. But if you don't have that from your brokerage, then you do have Canva, and with the pro account, I believe you get 3 free domains with that. And so I would take advantage of Canva as much as I can. You can create your flyers on Canva, like when you're gonna do your open houses, you can create your flyers. You can even create door hangers. Now the door hangers, I have not been able to create a door hanger on Canva, but I do know you can also use Etsy. Etsy is pretty affordable for a lot of these things. I believe I'm gonna use Etsy for me to create my door hangers as well as my signs. I have so far hosted a couple of open houses, and one of the things that I will tell you is signs and balloons are key. So you're gonna need to set money aside to purchase balloons. Like balloons, you can get balloons anywhere, Party City, Dollar General. Get at least like a minimum of like 8 balloons to just put around the area, because you need the balloons that attracts people, that makes them look. So you're gonna need to set money aside for basically marketing yourself. Now, one of the biggest things that I will tell you, once you become an agent, you join a brokerage, you need to start putting yourself out there. Don't be a secret agent, meaning like don't be scared to tell people like, I am a real estate agent, how can I help you, what service can I provide for you, because you never know who's listening. One of the also other thing is, I'm thinking about getting myself like shirts made on Canva where it says like some type of quote about real estate agent and having my QR code in the back. That way people can just scan it. I'm thinking about getting some stickers, putting it on my car. That way when I'm driving, people be looking at the stickers on your car, because I know I'll be looking at stickers on people's car. All these things are things that you can create yourself on Canva or on Etsy. They're not, you know, they're pretty affordable. But if you want to put yourself out there and get all those leads, you need to market and brand yourself, and those are going to cost you some pretty penny. Now, once you join a realtor board and everything, you're gonna need to make sure that you stay on top of your classes, because you can get fined. And those fines can get pretty hefty. I'm talking like $1,500. So you really need to make sure that you are staying on top of those things, because they're very important. Like for instance, when you sign up to join a realtor board, they're going to have an orientation that is mandatory. Take that orientation class, because those credits that you need for you to be renewing your license, you need to have a certain amount of credits. And those are the ethic and the educational that you need to make sure that you stay on top of those credits. You need to make sure that you take it, because those orientations, they give you credits for them. So I took my orientation for my realtor board and I got 7 credits, I believe. Was it 7? I could be mistaken, but I think it was 7. And you need a total credit of 12. And I believe there's a certain, I have to find it and probably insert it in the video, but it tells you in what you need those credit in. And so especially like for instance, when you join the MLS, there's certain MLSs that provide orientation that you can get credits for as well. And then also your brokerage do have like classes and courses that you pay for. You can pay like $75, you can pay $200 to take, you know, one of their courses that also give you those credits as well. And what you need to do is make sure you stay on top of making sure you have that your credits, you actually like getting those credits and it's actually applying to your account. For instance, going on to PSI, I was able to log in, put in my information, and I was able to see how much credit I have and how much I need, which is very helpful. In my opinion, it's very helpful because I was able to in a way, know how to stay on top of it. That way I can renew my license when it's time to renew, and I'm not paying a hefty price. Okay, I'm not paying like any type of fees for not doing something. I am no longer at EXP. I've joined a new brokerage called Lifestyle International Realty. They're in New Jersey as well as in Florida, which that's what I wanted. And the reason why joining them is because, like I said, once you pick out your niche of what you want to do, you're going to align yourself with a brokerage that does that, so that way you can learn more and basically dive right into the field that you really want to be in. And they work with investors, wholesalers, they do fix and flips, they do everything up under the sun. And so I joined them, and one of the things that I like is the fact that I go to the office and I'm able to pick off people's brains. I'm able to share ideas and, and things like that, which is very, very helpful, and it really honestly, it's different than just being completely solo and by yourself. And so I'm really enjoying that so far. And just enjoy yourself, have fun. The thing is, pick a career that it's not gonna feel like a job, that when you wake up, you're not like, oh, I gotta go to work today. Because I've had jobs like that where I was just like, oh my gosh, like 4 more days, today's Monday, okay, today's Thursday, 1 more day, Friday, and I'm off for 2 days. Like, I don't want to do that. So when you pick in your career, if real estate is seriously something you want to do, then really pick a niche that you're going to enjoy. Because keep in mind, you're going to be working with people and their money, and you don't want to be that person that jeopardizes someone's funds. So you really need to stay on top of your thing, learn, be very coachable. Do not be that person that's like, "Ah, I know that already." You can learn things from people that are younger than you. You can learn things from people that are older than you. One thing that I will say about this brokerage is that I'm seeing people that are way younger than me. And I'm not even that. I'm 28 years old. I'm seeing people that are like 19, 21, 22 that are like making it big. And you don't think I want to sit down and like learn from them? Yes, like I said, be coachable, sit next to people, talk to people, interact with people, basically try to be in every room that aligns with what you want to do, align with what your niche is, and just learn. Don't be that person that's like, I know that already. Even if you know something, there's something else that you may be missing or that you may not know. So try to learn and just really enjoy yourself. Try enjoying yourself. Try to make real estate fun. Take it serious, because like I said, you're dealing with people's money, but make it fun, enjoy yourself. And you're also gonna need to, one more thing is set aside money because of getting gifts for your first time home buyers. And even, I believe, for me personally, I think getting gifts for anyone, whether the person is selling their home or you're getting a renter, try getting something personable for each person. That way they remember you. So if that person sold their home and they use you to purchase their new home, don't you want them to use you again when they want to sell that home and purchase another home? Yes. How are they gonna remember if they don't remember your name? So try being very personable, getting things, remember, invest. If you're not at a brokerage that has a CRM system, you need to pay for that. And they can range from $50 to $170 to $200, depending on what system you're thinking about purchasing. So invest in getting a CRM system. That way you let technology work for you, so you don't work hard, you work smarter, not harder. And just stay on top of the game and don't give up. If you don't know something, ask questions. That's one of the things that I'm learning, is to ask questions. It's gonna sound annoying that I'm asking you a million questions, but I'd rather ask a million questions than make a mistake, in my opinion. So be coachable, enjoy this career, have fun, and really just enjoy yourself and make this one of your best careers. If real estate is something that you want to do, not only learn about real estate for your own endeavors, but to also be very knowledgeable for your clients, because you want your clients to, you know, to know, because there's a lot of things when I purchased my home I didn't know that I wish I would have known from my realtor. So be that guide for your clients, and you're only gonna know if you ask questions. So again, ask a lot of questions and just enjoy yourself. Now, if there's something that I didn't cover in this video, then please go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section, and I'll try my hardest to reply back to you guys. And if you guys have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach me on my social media, as well as leaving a comment down below. Everything will be in the description box. If you have any questions and you want to reach me and you commented and I didn't comment back, then click on the description box and follow me on social media. I try to respond as fast as I can. And yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope it was somewhat informational to you. And if you have any questions, like I said, leave a comment down below. And I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to your girl's channel. So I will talk to you guys and see you guys in my next video. Bye.